King Yunnan was a powerful ruler who suffered from a terrible disease that no one could cure. He had lost all hope of recovery and was resigned to his fate. One day, a wise man named Duban came to his court and offered to heal him with a mysterious book. The king was skeptical, but agreed to give him a chance. Duban brought a polo stick and a ball and asked the king to join him in a game. The king was surprised, but followed him to the field. Duban played with skill and grace, and every time he hit the ball, he recited some verses from the book. The king was curious and asked him what the book was. Duban said it was a book of secrets, and that if the king read it, he would be cured of his disease. He gave the book to the king and told him to open it at night and rub the pages on his body. The king did as he was told, and to his astonishment, he felt a warm sensation spreading through his veins. He looked at his skin and saw that it was clear and smooth. He felt a surge of energy and joy and realized that he was healed. He thanked Duban profusely and rewarded him with riches and honors. He also made him his friend and advisor and consulted him on all matters. However, the king's vizier was jealous of Duban and plotted to ruin him. He whispered to the king that Duban was a sorcerer and that he had cured him with black magic. He said that the book was a trap and that it contained a hidden poison that would kill the king after some time. He urged the king to get rid of Duban before it was too late. The king was alarmed and began to doubt Duban. He decided to test him and asked him to show him the book again. Duban sensed the king's change of mood and knew that someone had poisoned his mind. He tried to reason with him and reminded him of his kindness and loyalty. He said that the book was a treasure and that it had many benefits besides curing diseases. He said that he would show him the book, but only if the king promised to spare his life. The king agreed, but secretly ordered his guards to kill Duban as soon as he saw the book. Duban brought the book and opened it in front of the king. He showed him the pages and explained their meanings. He said that the book contained the secrets of the heavens and the earth, and that it could teach the king how to fly, how to control the elements, and how to summon the spirits. He said that the book was a gift from God, and that he had shared it with the king out of love and gratitude. He begged the king to trust him and not to listen to the lies of his enemies. The king was moved by Duban's words and felt a pang of remorse. He was about to call off the execution when the vizier intervened. He said that Duban was lying and that he was trying to deceive the king with his eloquence. He said that the book was a curse and that it would bring the king nothing but misery and death. He said that the king had to choose between Duban and himself, and that he would not serve a king who favored a sorcerer over his loyal vizier. He threatened to leave the court and take his followers with him. The king was torn between Duban and the vizier and did not know whom to believe. He looked at the book and saw that it was beautiful and mysterious. He looked at Duban and saw that he was wise and noble. He looked at the vizier and saw that he was cunning and ambitious. He hesitated and then made his choice. He ordered the guards to seize Duban and cut off his head. He said that he was sorry, but that he had to do it for his own safety. He said that he hoped that Duban would forgive him in the afterlife. Duban was shocked and saddened by the king's decision. He said that the king had betrayed him and that he had done him a great wrong. He said that the king would regret his action and that he would suffer the consequences of his folly. He said that the book was indeed a trap, but not for the king, but for himself. He said that he had prepared a special page in the book, and that if the king touched it, he would die instantly. He said that he had done this to protect himself in case the king turned against him. He said that he had hoped to never use it, but that the king had forced his hand. He said that he would die, but that he would take the king with him. He cursed the king and said that he would meet him in hell. The king was terrified by Duban's words and realized that he had made a terrible mistake. He tried to throw away the book, but it was too late. He had already touched the fatal page and felt a sharp pain in his heart. He fell to the ground and died. The vizier was stunned and did not know what to do. He had achieved his goal, but at a terrible cost. He had lost his king and his power. He had also lost his life, for the people rose up against him and blamed him for the king's death. They killed him and his followers and threw their bodies into the fire. They mourned for the king and for Duban and buried them with honor. They cursed the vizier and his wickedness and prayed for God's mercy. They learned a lesson and never trusted a traitor again. The story serves as a cautionary tale about the importance of discernment, empathy, and careful decision-making. It highlights the destructive consequences of allowing jealousy, deceit, and rash judgments to prevail in positions of power. The tragic outcome emphasizes the significance of trust, loyalty, and the weight of responsibility that comes with leadership.